What's up, world? I'm Will Roye, and you're watching 8 at 4, presented by the VCU Massey Cancer Center. 8 segments about the people, places, and things you need to know about in the Richmond area. Today we're talking outdoor concerts, baseball, and burlesque. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Cold weather ends, outdoor concert season begins. Lucas Fritz has the scoop on all things music for those who like to live loud.
I'm Lucas Fritz, owner, talent buyer, Broadberry Entertainment Group. We're setting up for the first Live Loud concert on Browns Island. I grew up south of the city, went to VCU, studied music and business, played in some bands. I started interning at the Camel while I was still at VCU, and just kind of one thing led to another. Richmond has a pretty blossoming and fruitful music scene. A lot of venues ranging in capacities from 50, 75, 100, all the way up to 1,500, and then you get this big outdoor space here at Browns Island. Richmond's always had a great music scene. The old punk days of Gray Street. VCU has a great art school and music department. So there's not, one thing to say, well, now Richmond has a really strong music scene. It's kind of always been great and strong. But now that there's a platform for artists of varying sizes across the city, it's really able to kind of showcase all that talent now. Virginia is for lovers has been the slogan of the state for a while, but kind of honing it in on music lovers is really special. You think about all the different things that happen across the state, whether it's Floyd Fest, Rooster Walk, the things that are going on in Richmond, Bristol Rhythm and Roost out in Bristol. There's so many things happening in the state of Virginia that people are coming to Virginia for music events. And Live Loud, Friday Cheers, things like that are all a part of that. There's a lot of concerts on Browns Island, not just Live Loud, but Friday Cheers, the Folk Festival, Dominion River Rock. It's a great space to kind of showcase live music and really take in all the things the city has to offer. You couldn't ask for a better space to be. You got the river over here, you got the city over here, you got this giant green space, a big stage. I don't know what else you need in the world.
Up next, we have a former teacher from Venezuela who found the American dream in her salsa. Meet America Deloach.
My name is America Deloach. I am originally from Venezuela, and I'm the owner of Salsas Don Sebastian. It all started in 2016. I was a Spanish teacher, and I wanted to do something different. I was looking for an opportunity. I never thought that was going to be salsas, but it ended up that way. It all started with a salsa that we're making at home, and a Mexican recipe that has been in my husband's family since the 1900s. The hardest decision I think I made was to leave my security, my job, my career. So I quit and I started my business for real. And that was, I think, the best decision ever. From my kitchen, I went to my basement, which I transformed into a commercial kitchen. I don't know what's gonna happen, so I better stay home until I know for sure, which I thought I was going to be there maybe for at least 2-3 years. By the year, I had to move out. Elwood Thompson's was the one that gave me the first opportunity to bring my product in. And after that, things got real. Yeah, demand grew pretty quick. We are in 72 stores, Whole Foods and Wegmans. Virginia is pretty well covered. My ambition is for soon to be like Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. It will be a larger range. It's really incredible what we have come up with.
Hot salsa and cold pineapple soda always does it for me. If you're anything like me, you'll also want to check out the Pasa Festival, which brings music, food, art, and culture from Latin American and Hispanic countries to Richmond. After a 2-year hiatus due to COVID-19, the Pasa Festival is back in Richmond. This is an open invitation to enjoy the arts, culture, food, and traditions of Latin American and Hispanic countries. The Virginia Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has held this festival for 21 years, bringing a unique experience to the Canal Walk. A few of the featured performances include the Morenada Central Bolivian Dancers, La Palma, Latin Ballet of Virginia, Sacred Heart Folkloric Dancers, Cadencia Salsa Band, Bon Caribe Band, and many, many more. Best of all, admission is completely free. Mark your calendars for the Pasa Festival on June 11th. I can't wait to taste the authentic flavors and take in the culture. For 8 at 4 Sports, presented by the Richmond Flying Squirrels, we take you out to the ball game, squirrel style. Batter up. The Virginia Video Network crew recently got a chance to catch a Richmond Flying Squirrels game, and I must say it was quite the experience. The crowds, the food, the beer, it just felt right. I've heard it said that the Squirrels aren't in the baseball business, they're in the memory-making business. I can certainly attest to that. There were kids there having the times of their lives. The baseball was good, but the extracurriculars were what made the day special. There was always some type of contest going on. The music was loud and the vibes were right. We went on a weekday, and it felt like the perfect getaway from the office. Check out a game, grab a hot dog and a beer. The Squirrels are always a good time for a date with the family or with friends. Or you can roll solo. Tell Nutsy Will sent you. So there is a set of steps at Libbie Hill Park so tall and steep that the fitness warriors from all over have made a sport of climbing them. My knees said no, but I still took a visit to explore Libbie Hill. Libbie Hill Park is a staple for Richmond runners. These stairs really give a new meaning to the term survival of the fittest. But what else is this historic park known for? Well, the city of Richmond may have actually gotten its name here. William Byrd II reportedly thought that the view of the James River from this hill resembled the view of the River Thames from a borough of London named Richmond. He was asked to plan a town on the James River, and it's believed that this view from Libbie Hill inspired him to name this town Richmond as well. Next time you're getting your morning workout in, take a moment to admire the view that named Richmond. In more recent history, Richmond was actually home to America's first woman to own a bank. This woman also happened to be a black woman born to a former slave. Let's take a look at the legendary Maggie Walker and her mansion.
Well, good morning and welcome to Maggie Walker National Historic Site. My name is Agina Cason Rogers, and I'll be taking you on a tour through the life of Maggie Walker. Maggie Walker was a person who was working to uplift herself and her community. And through this, she was able to have a ripple effect, not only in Richmond, not only in Virginia, but all across the United States. To give you a little background on Mrs. Walker's home, she purchased this home in 1904. She had founded the bank in 1903. She had started a newspaper through the Independent Order of St. Luke in 1902, and she and her family were on the rise. Richmond, particularly Jackson Ward, was the center of black business and entertainment and so on. So this would be the place where the folks would be drawn to visit in this community, because this is where all the movers and shakers were. This is where the black community was thriving. Maggie Walker and the Independent Order of St. Luke were all about helping to lift up. I've said it before, but lifting as we climb. Together you can face adversity much better than if you're trying to do it all alone. Her mother, Elizabeth Draper Mitchell, knew the value of getting a good education, the value of working hard, because those opportunities had been denied to her at the time she was that she was enslaved. Take a look at these books. About 500 to 600 volumes of books in this room alone. From Mark Twain to great events of famous historians to books about Black history and books about, for example, the life of Susan B. Anthony. Wide-ranging, because Mrs. Walker would draw on these items and draw on these books according to her grandchildren. So when she gave those wonderful speeches, she was such a great orator. She could convince anyone of anything just about. When she did that, she was drawing on that deep knowledge of a wide range of subjects. But what's really cool is that there are books back here about banking, business. She was recognized in Booker T. Washington's book about the Negro business because she had established the bank. By 1905, she was being recognized as one of the 101 prominent colored people in the United States.
Richmond has seen quite a boom in its arts culture over the years. The most controversial art form on the rise has been street art. We all know that Richmond is an old city known for its historic architecture. But recently, street art and murals have been popping up all over. Many people have confused street art with graffiti. Difference being that street art is normally done with permission, while graffiti is illegal and considered vandalism. There are some truly striking art pieces that have given new life to hundreds of buildings and structures all over the city. Several newer pieces highlight social justice causes, while others are a bit more abstract. There's even an official RVA Street Art Festival, which returns September 16th through 18th. The festival highlights the growth of street art as well as Richmond's blossoming brewing and culinary communities. I think expression looks good on RVA. I like it. Award-winning photojournalist Eva Russo has covered countless stories and events. The Burlesque Festival may have been one of the most unique. Here's her sneak peek.
The story came about because I was working nights that week and we had a light Friday and Saturday night. We didn't have an assignment to cover it, so I reached out to the organizers and they were very welcoming. Being a photojournalist, that's what we do. You don't know everything going in, but it's the beauty of the job. You get to find out, you get to learn constantly. Every day we're learning about everything, everybody and everything. For me, it was like, oh, this piques my interest. This looks like something that could be interesting. I had the luxury that weekend of being able to really spend a significant amount of time getting to know a little bit about the organizers and the performers, getting to see them rehearse, getting to see them perform, watching crowd reaction. I had the luxury of time. One of the things that intrigued me when I read the description of the festival was that it was really meant to be an inclusive event that celebrated people from all walks of life. And when I got there, it really was that. And I think it even surprised me how inclusive it was. The appreciation of every body type, every body size, every gender expression. I walked away feeling grateful to have experienced it, really. I like a challenge, and I knew that this was going to be a little bit of a challenge. Burlesque is the art of the tease, but there is an element of stripping that is essential to burlesque, and I knew how much we would be able to show or not show. So I thought, oh, this is going to be fun to figure out how to shoot this in a way, both for the still images and the video, but especially the video, where we can actually publish it.
All right, that was another episode of 8 at 4 presented by the VCU Massey Cancer Center. It's always a pleasure to share with you, and I'll see you next time.